day 16 and I'm off to Castellon de la Plana today. The roads in, or the cycle tracks in, were really easy, so I'm hoping they're going to be the same out of Valencia as they were coming in. Otherwise it's going to be a bit tricky because this is a big city. First hour of cycling this morning has been absolutely beautiful. It's been mostly cycle paths, which was a real surprise. It's just getting out of Barcelona a little bit. There was proper roads, but it's a beautiful morning and beautifully flat, calm and still. And I even had a couple of cups of tea this morning, which really makes the morning anyway. When I talked about 4 categories on my daughter's life plan, obviously within those categories there's more things we need to consider because there's more things than 4 things in a life that we need to plan for. So on the daily living line there's 7 subcategories or stops that we think that we need to cover. The first is home skills, which is those things like being able to manage a house, that is cleaning, hoovering, cleaning bathrooms, all of those sort of less fun jobs around the house, for want of another word. Another stop is cooking, there's shopping, there's self-care, I won't go into that. Personal organisation, that's more things like organising your diary so that you know where you should be on a certain day at a certain time. These sort of things that we need to get through the week really and to get through the month. Then around the house obviously we need to consider personal safety, but that also applies outside the house as well. And lastly is travel. We need to be able to, or my daughter needs to be able to get around. But within each of these sort of sub things within the category, we need to have a vision about how our daughter's going to do it. So it doesn't have to be done the way everybody else does it. It just has to be done in some cases. Like around the house we use a lot of tech for cleaning. So that's a part of our vision. And then we look at the options to see which options are going to work for her. We need to create a plan so that we can teach our daughter how to do each particular skill or task or challenge that she needs to overcome. And after she's been learning it, we need to assess how well it's going and whether we can actually just step back and say, okay, you can do it on your own. And then lastly, if we do get to that stage, and then it's one small little bit of a legacy that we've left to her, one little bit of being able to look after herself independently without the need for anybody else to help her. So these are the 7 subcategories or stops that Deborah and I consider for our daughter in her life plan under daily living skills. Now, I don't know the first thing about citrus fruit. I know these are oranges, or they look like oranges to me. We're in Valencia, so let's call them Valencia oranges. They could be very large tangerines. And as I was cycling back there, it smelled really citrusy, as though they're ready and ripe. You know when you smell an orange in a fruit bowl? It smelt like that. And I've got past a little bit further, and we have a gang of pickers here just picking these oranges. So I don't know when orange season is, but obviously they're going to be hitting British supermarkets soon and probably exported all over the world. So. End of day 16. It's been a really easy day actually, which is just as well. I had loads and loads of cycle paths. Maybe over half the distance was cycle paths. It was all flat, no headwinds, nothing to complain about, but it's at that just over halfway stage where I've done lots of miles, but when I look at the map there's still loads more to go, and it's a long old slog to Barcelona now. And on top of that, I've got a little bit of saddle sore the last few days, so yes, it's been a bit harder mentally, but today was such an easy day. I'm grateful for it. This is today's route from Valencia to Castellon de la Plana. Quite straightforward, a lot near or by the beach, and flat. Summary for day 16, edging my way up to Barcelona. 52 miles covered today, which brings the total to 661 miles. Miles remaining is 339. although I must admit I'm beginning to wonder whether it looks a little bit more than that. Hills today were 109 metres high, that's 357 feet, and the total elevation is 6,739 metres, or 22,109 feet. If you have liked this video, please like and subscribe.